Hello, scholars. It's Miss Javity, and we're back for another math lesson. I'm super excited to jump in, and I hope you had an awesome spring break. I have a few shout outs that I will be telling you throughout the video, so stay tuned. Let's get started. We are looking at the problem. The page says Module 5, Lesson 6, and we're looking at the problem that starts with the word Iana. Let's read it together. Your voice is on, so is mine. Get ready, go. Iana lined up 14 cubes in a row. Imani lined up 27 blue cubes in a row. Who has fewer cubes? How many fewer cubes does she have? I see two questions in this problem. Raise your hand if you see the first question. Nice. Raise your hand if you see the second question. Nice. The first question says, who has fewer cubes? Point to it and read it with me. The first question says, who has fewer cubes? Cool. Now, let's read the second question together. Put your finger on the word how. Let's read it together. How many fewer cubes does she have? Now it's your turn to pause the video and solve it on your own. Go ahead, go. Cool. Now that you've solved on your own, we are going to solve it together. First things first, I have to mark up my problem. I see the number 14 right here for Iana's yellow cubes. And I see the number 27 over here for Imani's blue cubes. Now, we marked up our problem and we read it. Now let's draw a picture. So I'm going to draw Iana's cubes. Actually, I'm going to draw Iana's cubes in the color yellow, since that's what it says her cubes are. So here's Iana's cubes. That doesn't look very nice. Let's try again. Here's Iana's cubes. And Imani has blue cubes. Imani has 27 blue cubes. So now I'm thinking I'm going to draw Imani's cubes, but am I going to draw more or less cubes than the ones Iana has? I know that the number 27 is bigger than the number 14, so I'm going to draw more blue cubes. Now, we can't forget to label, so let's label Iana's with the letter E and Imani's with the letter I. Who has fewer cubes? Raise your hand if you think Iana has fewer cubes. Okay, raise your hand if you think Imani has fewer cubes. Give yourself 2 claps if you said Iana has fewer cubes. Nice job. We know that the number 14 is less than the number 27, so Iana has fewer cubes. Now let's answer the second question. The second question says, how many fewer cubes does she have? Ooh, scholars, Miss Javity forgot something. What did I forget on our picture? Tap your nose if you know. Tap your head if you know. Raise your hand if you know. That's right, I forgot my labels. Let's add them now. Iana has 14 cubes. Draw it right there. And Imani has 27. Okay, let's keep going. So, how many fewer cubes does Iana have? If I'm looking for how many fewer, should I be doing an addition or subtraction number sentence? Put your hands on your head if you think we're going to do addition. Put your hands on your belly if you think we're going to do subtraction. That's right, we're going to do subtraction. But you know, I only have one question. How do you know? How do you know? I know that we are going to do subtraction because we are looking for how many fewer. That means we're looking for the difference between those 2 numbers of cubes. If I'm going to do a subtraction number sentence, I know that I always have to start with that's right, I have to start with the bigger number. Then I'm going to write the smaller number to find our answer. If you don't have a number sentence set up on your page, go ahead and set up your number sentence and fill it in now. I'm going to fill in our number sentence. First, we're going to write the bigger number, which is 27, subtracting or taking away the smaller number, which is 14. Whew. Now we have to solve this big problem. Raise your hand if you would like to count up. Raise your hand if you would like to count down. Well, since Miss Javity always counts up, today I'm going to switch it up and count down. So first, I'm going to grab 27 and count down 14 times. Can you do it with me? Let's try it. Grab 27, get ready, go. 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13. Whew, the answer is 13. I know because I grabbed 27 and counted down 14 times. Let's check what would happen if we grabbed 14 and counted up all the way to 27. Do it with me. Grab 14. Get ready, go. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. I had 10 plus 3 more. That means 13. That means we checked our answer. Nice job. Let's keep going. At the bottom of your page, you're going to fill in your answer statement. So we're going to write Iana has blank fewer cubes. How many fewer cubes does Iana have? That's right, she has 13 fewer cubes. Go ahead and check your work. Make sure you have that answer statement. When you got it, let's keep going. We're going to turn the page. If you don't have the packet in front of you, just have a piece of paper out and that'll work just as fine. So this first page, we're going to practice drawing 3D shapes. Can you say 3D shapes? Nice job. 3D shapes are shapes that are three-dimensional. So they have sides or faces and corners like here. Cool. So first, the shape that we are going to draw, you're going to trace the rectangular prism, then draw 2 of them by yourself. Let's try this one together, and then you're going to trace and draw the other shapes too. So when I'm tracing, I'm going to take my pencil and I'm going to go like this. I'm going to start here. Oops. I'm going to start here and go down, across, then across, down the side, down the side, down the side, up, and back down. Whew. Now, that shape was pretty difficult to draw. But as long as you stay focused and you try your best, you will be doing great. The shape that we are drawing is a rectangular prism. So in my house, I have this box of crackers that's also a rectangular prism. So it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 faces and corners that meet at the edge right here. So now you are going to pause and trace the next rectangular prism and draw 2 more. Go ahead, go. Cool. Now let's trace one cylinder together. So to trace the cylinder, what you're going to do first is you're going to trace the circle on top like this. Let me redo it. You're going to trace the circle on top like that. Then draw the two lines going down. And then draw the line that connects them. A cylinder is a shape that looks like this. It has a circular face, two circular faces and sides. A cylinder could also be like this can of soup, two circular faces in the sides. Now pause and trace the next cylinder, then draw two more. Cool. Now let's trace the cones together. To trace the cone, what I'm going to do first is trace on the triangular part first. So up, then down, and then do the bottom part. If you have a cone at your house, it might be an ice cream cone or a party hat. I don't have ice cream cones or party hats at my house, so I don't have anything to show you. But if you have them at your house, you can look at them. Now you can pause and draw and trace the next cone, then draw two more. Cool, now let's trace the sphere together. So the sphere, in order to trace that one, what you're gonna do first is I would make the big circular part first, like that. Then do the little circle in the middle. So when you look at a sphere like this one in real life, you don't really see like a line in the middle of it, like how we have it in our picture, but that line on the picture is just to show that it's a three-dimensional shape and not just a regular circle. This is the closest thing to a sphere that I had in my house. Maybe you might have a ball or a different sphere-shaped item at your house, and you can look at it to give you some inspiration. Cool, now let's go all the way down to the cube. I'm gonna clear my drawings. Now let's trace the cube together. So an item that looks like a cube might be a box of tissues. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 faces that are all the same length. So no matter how I turn my cube, all the sides are the same length. Let's trace the cube together. So I'm going to trace the front face first by drawing a square like that. Then I'm going to trace the cube, or the part of the cube that's on top, like that. And then trace the side of the cube, like that. Cool. Now you can pause the video and trace the next cube, then draw two more by yourself. When you are done, we are going to keep going. If you have the packet in front of you, go ahead and turn the page. If not, that's okay. You can just draw these shapes on a separate piece of paper. So the first one was done for you. The first one, number 6, let's read it together. Go ahead and put your finger on number 6 if you have it in front of you. If not, you're going to read with me. Draw a composite shape. Ooh, pause. Composite shape. I remember that word. Raise your hand if you remember that word. Give yourself a high five if you remember that word. Yes. A composite shape is a shape that's made using lots of different smaller shapes. So, for example, we're going to look at one in number 6. Let's keep reading. Let's start over. Get ready, go. Draw a composite shape using 2 rectangular prisms, 2 cylinders, and 1 cone. So what your job is to do now is to draw a composite shape using the types of 3D shapes that the problem tells you. So in number 6, it told us to use 2 rectangular prisms. Here's one. 2 cylinders, and 1 cone. So you can choose how big or how small each shape is when you draw it, but that's what you're going to be doing for number 7, 8, and 9. And on number 6, you're just going to trace the shapes that are there for you. Go ahead and turn the page. For the next few problems, you are going to be following the directions on each question and trying your best. If you need help remembering what each shape looks like, go back to the page where you traced and drew each shape, and that will help remind you of what each shape looks like. You got this. Good luck. I miss you so very much, and I can't wait to see you when we're back in school. And I also have some shout outs before we go. I want to shout out Alana Bishop for completing 5 Zern lessons, Charles for completing 2, and Maishan for completing 2 Zern lessons. And I also want to shout out Leonardo for completing 9 Zern lessons over the last 2 weeks. You got this, friends. Keep it up. Can't wait to see you when we're back in school. Bye.